A warm greeting to everyone. So, I'm MG Sribala, working as an assistant professor in Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. So, today I am going to discuss about the product life cycles. So, these are all the contents which we are going to discuss in this today's class. So, the first one is product life cycle. So, what does mean by product life cycles, and what are all the different various stages of product life cycles. So, and what are all the various benefits while we are using these product life cycle process, and what are all the various limitations, and finally, so what are all the various factors which affecting the product life cycles. So, these are all the things which we are going to discuss now. Let's discuss about what is meant by product life cycle. So, the term product life cycles, it refers to the length of time from when a product is introduced to the consumers into the market until it's removed from the shelves. So, that means the product life cycles, it is indicated that the overall time period of a product in which when a product is launched into the market and it is further developed and eventually it is rolled out from the markets. So, that time period, it is called as the product life cycle of that particular product. And then like people's, so the product is also having a different life cycles. So, we cannot predict the life cycle of the each and every product. The product life cycle may be varied depending upon the product to product. It is fully depending upon the various factors which influencing that particular product, and these kind of product life cycles is very much important in the case of marketing divisions. So, because in this marketing departments, so they are focusing about the strategic decision making process, and what are all the new innovative products which they are going to introduce. So, hence the product life cycle concept is very much important for the marketing as well as the management peoples. So, next we move on to the stages of product life cycle. So, here the life cycle of the product is broken into four different stages. So, the first one is introduction and growth, maturity and decline. So, let's be seen with the graphical representation. So, for example, the x-axis it's become time and y-axis it goes for the sale. So, in the introduction stage, the sales has become very nominal, and after, so this is the general graphical representation of the life cycle of a particular products. So, in which, so the initial stage, that is called as the introduction stage. So, and then the second stage, it is called as the growth stage, and this stage it is called as the maturity stage, and final, this is the decline stage. So, from this graphs, so we can say the initial portion, that is called as the introduction stage. So, here the product that is launched into the market. So, during that period, that product, it faces a lot of obstacles. So, hence the customers are very less in that product. So, they are the customers, they don't have much awareness about that product. So, in that stage, the sales is very low when comparatively to the growth stage. So, once the product, it can be survived in the introduction stage, so automatically it can be easily move on to the growth stage. So, in this growth stage, the sales, it can be rise in a rapid way. So, that means it having a lot of customers, they are ready to buy that particular product. So, the profit is also very much higher in the case of growth stage. So, over a period of time, the product, it comes to a saturation point, that is it having more number of customers, and all the customers they are having these kind of products. So hence the maturation stage is occurred. Here also the sales is a little bit saturate in the same level, and then the last one is the decline stage. In that fourth stage, so most of the customers they are used that product, and then they can move on to the some other product. Automatically they can current product it loses its performance, so automatically the sales has become decline. So this is these are all the various stages in the product life cycles. So let me discuss one by one. So the first stage of the product life cycle is the introduction stage. So in this stage, the cycle could be most expensive for a company launching a new product. So when a new product which is launching into a market, so at that time the cost of the product is very much higher. So because the company they are delivered only a limited number of products to the markets, so the cost of the product is very much expensive only at the introduction stage. So at the same time the sales is also very much lower. So because the customers they don't have much awareness about that particular product, and then in that introduction stage the marketing department peoples, so they are majorly focused on the advertisement, and they are giving awareness about that particular product, so in order to attract the customers. So for that cases, so they have spent a lot of fund to that advertisement as well as the awareness program concepts, and then the goal of that introduction stage of the particular product is to meet the customer needs. So these are all the some of the examples of the product currently in the introduction stages. So the first one is the generative and self-driving car. So this is driverless car. So by using the software as well as the sensors, so they can easily drive the car, and then 3D televisions. So these kind of products are still in the introduction stage, hence the sales value is very much lower, and the overall cost of the product is also very much higher. So and next we move on to the growth stage. So in this growth stage, the product life cycle, the market accepted the product and the sales begins to increases. So in this growth, once the product that is survived in the introduction stage, hence then the product is move on to the growth stage. So in that growth stage, so the sales become increased rapidly, and then during that the company they are also added some of the new features as well as some supporting services they have to given to that particular product, and they are expanding their distribution channel levels, because in that growth stage, so the product it can be reached to the customer in a very vast way. And then in the growth stage, so the major goal is to gain the customer performance as well as to increasing the sales. So in that particular stage, there must be a rapid revenue growth in that particular companies, because each and every customers they are accepted that particular product and they can ready to buy that product. So automatically the profit values is also get increased, and the sales values is also get increasing. So the example for this growth stage is the smart watches. So now we can see more number of customers they are using the smart watches. So automatically their demand is also increased in that particular stages. Third stage, that is maturity stage. So in this point the market they may reach the saturation point in the competition increases despite higher customer usages. So in that stages the sales remains steady, the sales it becomes steady. So in that stages, so here in the stage, so it become a saturation. So that period is called as the maturity period. So here, so the product it get a saturation positions. So automatically the sales is also very much steady, and the overall production cost is decreased in this cases. So once the costs are low, the production, the volume of product is also get increased in this product. So in this, so here the industrial profit it may be go down. So for example, is smartphones. So now you can see each and every customers or every users, they are having their own smartphones in their hands. So and then next we move on to the fourth stage, that is a decline stage. So in that decline stage, the product life cycle sales will begins to decline. That here the stage is called, this is called as the decline stage. In that stage, so the overall sales is completely decline. So here and then the product, it can be ruled out from the market, that is, so the product is completely vanished from the market spaces. So here on the stage, the sales is begun to fall, as well as the sales volumes, sales value is also decline, and the overall price and the profit is also very much diminishes. So the examples for the decline stages: CDs as well as cassette tapes, DVD as well as radios. So these are all the some of the products. Now it is not available in any places. So these are all completely vanished from the market areas. So in this decline stages, so the cost of the product, it becomes very less than the optimum values, as well as the sales is also very much a decline, and price is also reduced. So what the major reasons for the declining stages? So there are too much of competitors for a particular products. So for to the outdated technologies, because so day by day the technological developments may occur. So due to the outdated in technologies, so automatically the product move on to the decline stages. And the next important one is the loss of the customer interest, because so customer interest is lost, means automatically the product is move on to the decline stage. So this is the general comparison between the different stages in the product life cycle stages. So in which the introduction stage, the sales volume, that is the overall sales is very much lower, and it is the investment cost is very much maximum, because so here they are producing only a limited number of product. So in that introduction stage, the company, they are developed only a limited products. So hence the investment cost is very much higher, and the competitions is maybe one or two, or no other competitions are existing in the market, and the profit is also very low in the case of introduction stage. And coming to the growth stage, once the product is survived as well as sustained in the introduction stage, next the product is move on to the growth stage. In the growth stage, the sales volume is very much higher. So because it can be the product, it can be reached to the n number of customers, and the investment cost is also high, and the competitors is the range from low to medium, and the profit is also get maximums. So in that stages, so the product, it can be enjoyed by the more number of customers. Automatically the profit is also get increased in that growth stage. So once the growth stage, over a period of time, then the product is move on to the maturity stage. So in that maturity stage, there is a stagnant, that is the saturation level exists in that product. So here the volumes is also maximum, as well as the investment cost is low, and then the competitors in this stage, the competitors are very much higher in this higher in the cases. So the competitors, they are launching the product similar to that product with some new features. So automatically the competitors involvement is very much high in that maturity stage, as well as the profit is also high in the case of maturity stage. So in that decline stage, the volumes is also, the sales volume is low, as well as the investment cost is low, and then the competitor influence is very much higher, as well as the profit is also low. So and then finally the product is completely rolled out from the market. So this time period is called as the product life cycle. And then coming to the benefit of the product life cycles, so these kind of process, it's very much helpful for the marketing department peoples, so to get for the long term planning process, that is a strategic planning process. It's mainly helpful for taking some decisions as well as the sales forecasting values. So for these kind, it is very much helpful for the marketing department peoples. So and then they can easily learn from the previous product life cycles, because previous in this previous product, what are all the strategies they are followed, so what kind of flaws they have to done, it can be rectified in the forthcoming product development cycles. And the target they can easily creating a brand name and achieving the target marketing as well as the positioning process. And coming to the limitations, so coming to the limitation of the product life cycles, so there must be a delay as well as fluctuations in the sales. So these kind of product, the product life cycle is not similar for all the type of products. So it may be varied from different products as well as the services, and marketing conditions may also vary, because then finally, so there must be a limitation in decision makings, because so we depending upon the marketing conditions, we are going to take some certain strategic decisions. So likewise, these are all the certain limitations in the product life cycle. And then finally, we are going to see the what are all the factors which are affecting the product life cycles. So the first one is the rate of the technological changes, because so as I earlierly said, so the day by day the technological developments are increased in a rapid way. So once the so automatically there must be a customer expectations as well as customer needs are also changing day by day. So automatically it is one of the major factors which affecting the product life cycles. And the rate of market acceptance, that is, so once the product is introduced, once the product is developed and it is introduced in the market, so that product, it can be easily accepted by the customers. So once the customers, they are not accepted that product, so automatically immediately the product come to the decline stages. So hence the acceptance is also very, it's an important criteria in the product life cycle process. And then competitors entries, because now there is a lot of competitors are there, so they are introducing the product with some new features, so automatically the product qualities is also reduced. And the government policies, because so the government they are changing the policies, likewise automatically some of the product that is rolled out from the market. And then finally the economical forces. And final summary, that is a product life cycle, that is the time period over when a product is introduced into the market and finally it is rolled out from the market. The time duration, the time period of a product is called as the product life cycles. So like we cannot predict the life cycle of the each and every product. So the it may vary from product to product, as well as there is certain limitation in the products also, because so we cannot expect the market scenario. And finally the technological factors is an important factors, it affecting the product life cycles. Thank you.